them rolls like a Sharpay. And all of my call them Barbies. She looking back like I'm flexing, baby, no way. And lately I've been on that.
We got London on the train.
Me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah.
Season 6.
MP, how you feeling?
And a look behind the curtain here. Final prep. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And tonight's game gives MP a chance to continue one of his goals he set for himself, being a thorn in the side of the best teams in the NBA.
And no doubt anymore that MP wasn't making a false claim, right? They've been handling the best competition in the league with ease. They're a team that looks built for the pressure of the postseason.
It didn't take long, but I think at this point we can agree that MP is on a course to be viewed as one of the great stars of the NBA.
To go from an unknown to a force in the NBA is something that you rarely see. It reminds me a bit of a young Jokic in that sense. Clearly, MP is a special talent, and the sky's the limit for him.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Nicholas Claxton. MP out there with Demon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Wolf in at the power forward. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one. And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Nobody near Williams. Out to Wallace. Three-pointer. Trains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so just over a minute and a half played. In the corner, it's MP. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. MP's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nets. On the wing, Wallace. He had 15 points last outing. Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
And he is just piling up the numbers here. MP seems to improve every time we see him. Such an impressive talent.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Wallace outside. And a wide open look for SGA. Here's Hartenstein. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Wallace kicks to Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Nets leading by 10. In the corner, it's MP. That's tipped. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Lets it fly from 18. And SGA gets it to go on the assist by Wallace.
And forget the analytics. I'll take SGA from mid-range any day of the week.
A three from MP. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Back to SGA. Sinks the three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
And here's MP for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
To the inside. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. MP looking around. Into the lane, and MP throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense.
Hartenstein's checked in for Jalen Williams. Williams comes in for Dort. And Wallace subbed in for Mitchell. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
Well, it's smart that MP didn't settle for a layup. This young man hammered it down with confidence.
Oklahoma City's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Out on the perimeter, Wallace and Williams. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Brooklyn leading by 18. And here's MP for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got 30 points.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Back to SGA. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Here's MP. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Dort, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Wallace is screen. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Hartenstein. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Wallace finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a miss there on the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Wallace outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Now SGA. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points. Wolf passes to MP. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams for 3. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And here's MP for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Both free throws good from SGA. Poke loose. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And B getting it done for Brooklyn. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Right back after this break.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Brooklyn Nets.
They did their homework. They're all on the same page. That's why we're seeing precision offense.
My analysis will be efficient as their play.
Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. Starting off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's 5. MP out there with Demon. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Porter. And it's Wolf in at the 4. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Cleveland played phenomenal. He dropped 56 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Williams kicks to Holmgren. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Holmgren's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Oklahoma City. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month. In third, the Nets.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Kicks it out to Holmgren. They get the rebound. And Hartenstein is right there.
Well, Hartenstein is a phenomenal offensive rebounder. He is a big guy who knows how to use a 7-foot frame to track down rebounds.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Williams passes to Holmgren, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Sunday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against San Antonio, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
And here's MP for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots a fader. Good on the shot. SGA's got 28.
But I tell you what, SGA is a bona fide superstar, having another huge night.
The 3 from MP. Dort grabs the miss.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Wolf passes to MP. Pulls up from the corner. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Good.
Some physicality there from Lou, pushing past the contact and into the shot.
Nets leading by 15. A 3 from MP. Sinks the triple. MP's got 58.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Outside, Dort. Mitchell outside. Lets it go from deep. Wolf grabs the miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. A 3 from MP. And again.
Make that 61 point.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. kicks it out to Mitchell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Brooklyn with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
Timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's Williams at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. SGA against MP. Looking to end the run. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
The 3 from MP. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Wallace. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that sixth sense about where the ball is going next.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in on the layup. SGA's got 4 points this quarter.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And another one falls.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Back to SGA. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Pass to Clowney. Here's Traore. The three from MP. It's good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Tim Legler,